So I'd like to question why urgency, because I understand why Belgrade might feel some pressure for an early solution, because its EU accession is fewer years in the future than Kosovo's. But I don't really understand why Kosovo feels quite as much pressure as it seems to feel at the moment. Kosovo, Pristina should know that once Serbia enters the final stages of the accession, it will have to do everything EU member states ask. And one of the things they are certain to ask is complete normalization of relations with Pristina. I think, Serbia claims to be afraid of the Kosovo army. And I think the kind of army I would want Kosovo to have is one that would contribute to international missions and not create any concern whatsoever in Belgrade. So I think there's a deal to be had there if people can sit down and talk as they should about the roles of the Kosovo army and frankly the roles of the Serbian army as well. I find it appalling that the chiefs of staff have never met, so far as I can tell. That's quite unusual in two neighboring countries for chiefs of staff never to have met. Formal agreements and more informal ones would be essential in the future between Kosovo and Serbia. And I think we should get back to that idea because two neighbors have a great deal that they have to sort out. Croatia, Bosnia, and Serbia all have manifold arrangements between them that help alleviate real concerns.
And I am free to look at the scenarios. I have two other perspectives that look toward the future. The one is the broader international context. The other is European regional context, and then within these two, the scenarios. In international context, I have also two issues, policy level and human, which I'm noticing affecting Kosovo and the region in many aspects. The policy level, I'll just put a few things. With the relation to Interpol, membership of Kosovo to Interpol, US has sent over 80 letters and demarches to different countries. Germany, UK, in total around 140. And Kosovo got half of that only, votes, and actually 25% less than US officials anticipated, and to their surprise. Kosovo has managing with a very difficult and lots of efforts to maintain recognitions that have achieved in some parts of the world. I think over 10 of them, and foreign ministry ambassadors were very busy trying to keep recognitions. And Serbia is lobbying hard to de-recognize. Serbia got two armed contracts with Egypt, and is negotiating currently as we speak to make Egypt to withdraw recognition. I will not continue the list, but I want to provoke some of the discussions. The human part. As we see, we know Dan and we know the whole State Department, less and less people of the golden era of the US diplomacy are in the office. There is a dramatic change of generations in US and Europe. Kurz, Austrian Prime Minister, does not care anymore about the Eastern Europe or the effects of communism. The scenarios, I think the most likely scenarios will be no agreement, no doubt, for numerous reasons. It's not only about that we're talking about the partition, swap or something. It's about preconditions, as you said, Professor. We could see Macedonia agreement coming with the change of perception, change of approach, change of discourse. We see none of that in the conflict between Kosovo and Serbia. We see none of the the discourse in Serbia that ready US officials believe, I don't believe they're ready to recognize. And there's a precondition. Second thing is preconditions to make sure to implement. Neither US nor they will push Kosovo and Serbia to go into the deal without having preconditions to absorb it, to own it, to implement it.